guys, my name is Morgan and I am an adolescent clinician at High Focus Centers in Lawrenceville, New Jersey. Today I want to discuss using mindfulness to help deal with our heavy emotions. I want to start off and say what mindfulness is. So mindfulness is a part of dialectical behavioral therapy, DBT, as other people know it. Basically, mindfulness is being in the present moment, being mindful of all of our senses, touch, taste, feelings, like sounds, anything like that. Being present in this moment. So I want to talk about how do we use mindfulness to deal with really heavy emotions. For me, I use this activity a lot because as human beings, we deal with heavy emotions all the time. And something I want to say too is I like to define heavy emotions as anger, sadness, loneliness, depression, anxiety, any of those emotions that we really feel in our chests, in our hearts. I don't really like to say good versus bad emotions because we're already judging that emotion from the get-go. So basically, what we do with using mindfulness is it's a non-judgmental approach to our emotions. I have read this book on mindfulness, and it really changed my view about how we deal with our emotions. This author said, when I have emotion that I don't really like, that I want to push away and shove deep down, like something like sadness or anger or loneliness, what I do instead is I accept it. And I say, I love you, sadness. I accept you, sadness. I know you're here. And I accept you for who you are, for what you are. Because imagine as a human being, we go to someone and they're just like, go away. I don't want you here. And pushing you away. We would feel terrible. So emotions are going to be just like that. Giving it a name. Giving it a name of sadness or anger and saying, I know you're here. And that's okay. You can stay for a little while. So after we start to accept and define that emotion, now we can finally continue and think, what do I do next? What do I need from this emotion? What is this emotion telling me? So let's take sadness, for example. And let's say I am sad because I'm not getting some of my needs met. Maybe a loss in a friendship or loss of connection, or maybe you're just not connecting with yourself. Defining and being able to say this emotion is sadness can help you define why am I feeling sadness? And then moving forward saying, how can I help myself? How can I nurture this? The goal of, trying to push down these emotions that we automatically do as humans is to get rid of it. But the real way to get rid of it is being mindful about it and accepting that they're there and dealing with the process, going through the process in the present moment. I am not saying that this is an easy task to do. I am not saying that it's going to happen in a day. I thoroughly do this activity a few times a week sometimes, especially when I'm feeling that really heavy sadness or loneliness, especially now in the climate the world is in. So something that I like to start off to with this activity is I put my hand over my heart. It helps bring me into the present moment, to be mindful that I'm alive, that I'm here, that I get to feel these emotions, and that's awesome in itself. And then I work through accepting them, defining them, questioning where they're coming from, thinking about what do I need to learn from this emotion? How can I nurture myself? And eventually, once you're through all that process, you're able to let it go without even realizing it. You've worked through it. The emotion has stayed for as long as it could, and now you can finally let it go. Emotions are always going to be a part of our lives. But the next time you feel a heavy emotion, I want you to try this mindfulness activity. Try to accept it. Be present in the moment. Think about how this emotion is trying to tell you something. And then process it. Think about it. Think about what you need to learn from this emotion. Our emotions are the biggest teachers, honestly, about ourselves and what we need physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And then once you ride that wave, ride that roller coaster, you're able to heal and finally just let it go. I hope you guys are all staying safe, staying healthy, and I wish you guys the best. All right, take care, everybody.